This is Sean Fear on New York's weather station, 1010 WIND.
Lots of visitors down the Jersey Shore this summer, including some humpback whales. That story next. WIND's News Time, 2:13.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payment, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rate, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-440-5292. That's 800-440-5292. 800-440-5292.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunlight Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company, licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM19, Oregon DM80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation, Commission license number DC32. Establishment of a family adversely affects the individual's credit rating or credit score. Non-payment of debt may be creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
During this unprecedented time of worldwide economic challenge, it's so important that you keep a close eye on your retirement and be ready to take the steps necessary to protect your money. Having a portion of your IRA or 401k backed by physical gold and silver offers Americans the diversification needed to hedge against economic volatility and potential turmoil. Savvy retirement savers are those with the foresight to safeguard with genuine stores of value, like physical gold and silver, which in the past have soared during periods of misery for the rest of the economy. Diversify your hard-earned savings today by calling Birch Gold Group and get your free information kit to teach you how precious metals can protect your family's financial future. Birch Gold is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has thousands of satisfied customers. Call them at 800-647-5525. That's 800-647-5525. 800-647-5525.
The WIND's News Time at 2:15. The Jersey Shore sees lots of summer regulars every year, and now you can add humpback whales to that list. While Long Island contends with shark sightings this year, it's become increasingly common to see whales breaching the surface year-round off the Jersey Shore. Scientists say the giant marine mammals are spending more time feeding in this neck of the Atlantic since there's an abundance of menhaden in the area, which is one of the humpback's favorite snacks. There's something exciting for stargazers down under. A unique new space telescope in Australia tasked with finding small details from faraway galaxies.
It's not your ordinary Outback telescope.
Astronomers typically use large mirrors, but they're not appropriate for what we're trying to do.
Operations lead Dr. Lee Spitler.
It actually uses a bunch of Canon lenses to do really faint observations of distant galaxies.
Camera lenses inside the telescope focus on smaller regions across the Milky Way for a bigger picture. Called the Huntsman telescope, it's inspired by New Mexico's Dragonfly telephoto array.
And that is correspondent Scott Maiden reporting. By the way, the Huntsman telescope is named after the spider native to Australia. WIND's News Time at 2:16. Do you have bad credit but need a new car? Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai. It's easy to apply right over the phone. Call 800-951-4221. Hudson Hyundai has over 425 vehicles available. Stop hunting and start driving a new Hyundai today. Tier 1 customers can drive a new Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, Palisade, or even the all-new fully electric Ioniq 5 with only $68 down. That's just $68 down on over 425 cars, trucks, and SUVs available. Call 1-800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. And all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance, and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Call Hudson Hyundai in Jersey City for a pre-approval. 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. Or HudsonHyundai.com. Payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval. See dealer for details.
We're all on this planet together. So join Odyssey and find your one thing. This summer, try some eco-friendly water sports like paddleboarding, swimming, or diving. Join Odyssey, and together, each of us doing one thing makes a greener tomorrow. What's your one thing?
The WIND's News Time at 2:18.
I'm Lee Harris with Talk and Tech. FIFA is introducing new tech to improve offside calls at the World Cup in Qatar later this year. Each stadium will have 12 cameras beneath the roof, synchronized to track 29 data points on each player's body 50 times per second. Data is processed with AI to create a 3D offside line that alerts a team of video assistant referees. A sensor in the ball tracks its acceleration and gives a more precise kick point when the decisive pass is played to align with offside line data. It will then quickly show 3D images on stadium screens at the tournament to help fans understand the call on the field. Talk and Tech, I'm Lee Harris. And for more, click on podcasts at 1010wins.com.
Wins News Time 219, our top stories just ahead. I live alone and rarely have visitors. So when I slipped and fell in the kitchen last month and couldn't get to a phone, I knew I was in trouble. Help! I could barely move. Help! I tried calling for help, but no one could hear me. As I lay there, I couldn't help but think of my kids and grandkids having to go on without me. I was terrified. It took 8 hours for my neighbor to find me. It could have been the end of me. That's when I knew I needed Life Alert. With just one press of this button, I'm connected to the Life Alert Center, where I can get the help I need, even when I cannot reach a phone. With Life Alert, I'm never alone.
Call 1-800-244-8805 for your free Life Alert brochure. That's 1-800-244-8805. Again, 1-800-244-8805. Call for your free Life Alert brochure at 1-800-244-8805 today.
You never have to wait for traffic news because only one radio station brings you breaking traffic news whenever it happens. New York's true traffic station, 1010 Wins.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It is 86 degrees now. It's 2:20. I'm Donna Vaughn, and here's what's happening. The NBA has lost a legend, Basketball Hall of Famer and Celtics great Bill Russell, gone at the age of 88. A store clerk in the Bronx is charged with murder after an argument that turned fatal on the street outside. The death toll has risen to 26 in that flooding in eastern Kentucky and could go much higher as first responders struggle to reach hard-hit areas. We'll do yoga, smoke weed. A new yoga studio in Brooklyn is getting some attention for its unusual practice. And cartoon icon George Jetson has been trending on social media. Why? Well, it seems a lot of people think it's his birthday. Well, the Mets are hosting Miami, or in Miami, I should say, bottom of the second, and they're leading 3-0. Yankees, meanwhile, hosting Kansas City this afternoon. AccuWeather says high 85 before sunshine fades behind clouds. We might see a couple of showers tonight. Winds News Time 2:21. Let's get traffic and transit now. On the one, here's Gloria Chapa.
I have a lot of two things: accidents and calls on the 1010 Winds traffic zip line. Let's start with the accident. Northbound on the Garden State Parkway before exit 98, the left lane is blocked. It's a major accident. Heavy delays. We're talking bumper-to-bumper delays just to get into it. Expect some southbound rubbernecking. On the southbound Garden State Parkway before exit 82, there's a crash in the left lane as well. Here's what we see on Long Island Big 3. Had a couple calls on this one. Westbound LIE at the Saxico. There's a car fire. It is on the exit ramp, but it's also blocking the right lane. So westbound Northern States between Glen Cove Road and exit 29A, we have a crash on the left shoulder. And the Sun State has a few pockets of delay exit Route 109 rather to Peninsula Boulevard. Westbound LIE at the Cross Island, there's a crash in the left lane. Pete called in. He said northbound Van Wyck, there's a stall in the right lane at Jamaica Avenue. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The George is 35 in on the upper, 45 on the lower, 30 minutes out. Lincoln 30 in, 10 out. Holland 30 in, 20 out. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report at 2:31 on 1010 Winds. He was one of the best ever to play the game of basketball. Word today of the death of NBA great and Celtics legend Bill Russell.
Bill Russell was as prolific a winner as any athlete in American major team sports history. On Twitter, Russell's family says he died peacefully today with his wife Janine at his side. The Celtics legend winning a record 11 NBA titles as a player, 2 more as Boston's head coach. Russell, a 2-time national champion at San Francisco and an Olympic gold medalist with Team USA. The defensive stopper, 5-time NBA MVP, the league's Finals MVP award now named for him. Bill Russell was 88. Joey Waller, ABC News.
And the specifics have been released on the cause of death. A statement posted on Russell's official Twitter says arrangements for a memorial service will be announced soon. A fatal encounter outside a smoke shop in the Bronx this weekend has led to a murder charge against someone who works at the store. Officers who raced to the Magic 7 smoke shop on West Fordham Road Saturday afternoon say they found 59-year-old Kenneth Fair unconscious on the sidewalk after being stabbed in the neck. According to police, the man had gotten into a violent argument with the store manager after accusing him of bumping into him on purpose, and that's when the clerk went up to the man from behind, put him in a chokehold, and fatally knifed him. The victim was homeless, but apparently known to neighbors in the area. One man who spoke to News Channel 4 spoke highly of him, in fact.
He's a fireman. He helps people out, helps people with food and money, and you always never attack anybody.
The store clerk has been identified as 54-year-old Vernon Gowdy, who lives right near the smoke shop. The 78-year-old manager of the store has not been charged. The NYPD investigating a tragedy at the Hyatt Grand Central this weekend. 2 people were found dead in a hotel room there above Grand Central Station. Detectives suspect it was a drug overdose. EMTs revived a 3rd victim with Narcan. They were rushed to a hospital in critical condition. The victims were all in their early 20s. There were reports the group had been to a club before it happened. The death toll has risen to 26 in eastern Kentucky, which has been swamped by historic flooding. At least 4 of the victims were children.
Kentucky is racing to recover as receding floodwaters reveal the scope of devastation in the state's hard-struck Appalachian region. Entire communities were wiped out in the catastrophe.
Lives were destroyed, towns were lost, and people were left void of everything.
Today, Governor Andy Beshear said the death toll will keep rising.
This is still an emergency situation. Crime is going to continue to go up, and we don't lose this many people in flooding. This is a real tough one.
Correspondent Tom Waite with that story. Rescue crews have been struggling to get into hard-hit areas, and Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says the death toll could continue to rise significantly. The rescue operation could take weeks, in fact. Winds News Time 2:25, Bloomberg Money Watch next. Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health, resulting in high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain social connections. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. Visit connecttoeffect.org to find resources and ways to stay connected. This message is brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation. Hey, I'm Amy Redwood. February has come and gone, but my new podcast, Beyond Black History Month, is here to stay. New episodes drop each week, everything from the history of the Negro League.
There were 2 major leagues, one white, one black, and unequal.
To representation in toys.
It's something to see children running up to the doll saying, Mommy, Mommy, look, she looks just like me.
Find Beyond Black History Month on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. The Winds News Time 2:26. Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Winds. Here's Denise Pellegrini.
If you Google bubble tea news, the first thing you'll probably see is how to start your own bubble tea business. And some sites even promise you can do this in 20 minutes. Although that may be an exaggeration, definitely true that trendy upscale bubble tea cafes featuring flavored sweet iced teas with those chewy tapioca balls called boba are cropping up everywhere.
Oh yeah, I drink it all the time.
Martin Berry is founder and chairman of bubble tea brand Gongcha.
We have about 160 stores across 14 states.
Berry says he expects more shops to open soon.
We get hundreds of franchise inquiries per month.
I'm Mark Gibbs says the global bubble tea business could grow 7% a year to nearly $3.5 billion by 2027. Others have even sweeter forecasts. Fortune Business Insight says all this is inspiring companies like Gongcha, Lolly Cup USA, Chowtime, Cup of Tea, and Bubble Tea House to invest even more in R&D and new bubble tea products. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Denise Pellegrini for 1010 Winds.
Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Winds, sponsored by Sloman's Home Security. Who doesn't have a home security system? But how would you like a free doorbell camera and professional installation? Sloman's wishes they could give one to everyone, but they only have enough for the first 40 people. So, the first 40 1010 Winds listeners who call 833-933-SAFE will get this limited time offer. A free Sloman's doorbell camera camera that connects directly to your phone with installation of your Sloman Shield. Sloman is going to give you a free, customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So, you're getting a digital keypad, motion detector, 3 arm doors, and